Hi, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am going to be working on a leftovers to layout video for Scrappin' on the Fly's April hop. She has created this hop to help us use our leftovers and get them onto layouts and into albums. I am also going to be creating with Cassie Wiscarson's sketch, which I will pop up in the corner for you. These are the items that I have chosen for this layout. I have already placed my photos in a grid on white cardstock. The original sketch, of course, as you can see, has just 4 photos, but I have to be rogue and do my own thing, and I printed 5 and just created a small grid on white cardstock. These are also some pattern papers from a Joann's Pet paper pad from their Park Lane collection. It's a really cute paper pad if you can find it. Has great weight paper, which is something that is important to me. I'm also using some bits and pieces of wood veneer that I have had in my stash for a little bit. I painted those off camera in red and gray. There's some photo play and some doodlebug ephemera pieces, as well as some Hip Kit Club wooden buttons and some red rickrack that I got at Walmart. So that is what I'm going to be using to create this layout, and I hope that you'll stick around and see what I'm doing. I am first going to do a little bit of mixed media with the packaging technique. I'm going to do some ink smooshing and create just a little bit of texture on this. As I mentioned, I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media on this layout. I'm just using a piece of random packaging from my desktop, and I used that distress stain dauber to just spread it all the way around on the middle of that packaging and then plopped it in the middle of my cardstock. Now note that with the distress stain inks, you don't really have to add water to it because they are already watered down. I'm also going to add some splatters with some Uncharted Mariner Distress Oxide spray. This type of mixed media, it doesn't really take a whole lot of time to dry, so that's really good if you don't have a lot of time to get something created, or you're just not into mixed media and the waiting. Inking like this is real fast to dry. In fact, I inked it, walked away from it, filled my coffee cup, and came back and blotted it with a roll of paper towels just to get some of the splatters fully dry, but other than that, it was completely dry by that time. So now I'm going to be building this layout, and I put the 2 strips on either side of my mixed media, and now I'm going to adhere my photo block. So from here, this layout goes together really quickly. I'm going to cut this rickrack into 6 various length pieces, and I'm going to put one set of them on the lower left and the other set of them on the upper right. I think that kind of draws your eyes across the page. Since this sketch didn't necessarily have clusters in a triangle, it kind of just had little clusters on either side of the photo block. I am also going to just plop some of these wood veneer pieces on here and just kind of randomly put them in places. I'm going to use the colored hearts and the white heart and the little colored paws, as well as a few buttons. I decided against the gray paws and the gray hearts because I thought that there was too much of that color on the layout with my wood veneer being painted that color. And really, that's all there is to this layout. I am cutting these buttons off of their packaging because the adhesive on these buttons is awesome, and I don't want to plop the button on the layout just yet because I want to make sure that is where they're going to end up. So I'm also going to add some labels down here underneath the photo of me and Jasper. I know that the sketch doesn't actually have journaling, but one of my rules of scrapbooking for myself is to always put journaling on your layouts and make sure that they are dated. Alright, off camera, I went ahead and I glued everything down. The buttons all have adhesive on the back already, which is why you saw me cut them out in the video and not place them when I was kind of showing you where things were going to go. So I took those off the backing. This white heart I felt like was disappearing onto my background, so I popped that button up underneath it and helped it stand out a little bit. I didn't think that a foam dot would be enough. The rest of these little die cut ephemera pieces I did pop up on a foam dot, and of course I showed you the painted wood veneer already. This is going to just serve as my title, and of course I staggered my labels to add my journaling. So this is my completed layout. Oh, I also added a tiny 1/8 of an inch striped border on either side to kind of close in the layouts to draw your eye in, and that is my completed layout for this sketch and for leftovers to layouts. So I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. I really appreciate the people who take the time to like, subscribe, and leave comments. If you have questions about my layout or any techniques that I might have used on my layout, just drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you have a great Wednesday. Bye.